Hello and welcome to another First Impressions video brought to you by MMO Play. Today we can look at a free-to-play game called KalOnline. It's going to be an Asian style, got music, fantasy-ish MMORPG. You can see right here, you got statistics. It looks a little like D&D with the stat breakdown. Actually, what you do is you pick a class, which you'll see me do the drop down in just a second, right there, Magician. And it'll kind of specialize you a little bit. I think you can actually customize if you really wanted to, but I don't wanna. And then you got a few points to go ahead and specialize a little more. I'm gonna max out Int, because you can only assume that's gonna be magic damage and mana and all kinds of other fun abilities. Make a character name and then hop into the game. Alright, here we are in the game. The interface and the graphics engine look a little like Dark Age of Camelot, which is always a plus in my book, even if it is dated now. You can see we're in the starting newbie zone. Looks like they got an event going with these guys right here. Also, a lot of Asian games use this thing where players can, well, turn into shops and just set up shop. Looks like this game is no exception. You can kind of do the same thing. Got a scroll here, just return home. It's a Hearthstone, but it's a one-time use scroll, so I'm not going to just go ahead and do that too much. And by that, I mean I'm not going to do it at all until I really want to use it. Looks like you do naturally regen hit points and mana slowly while you move. There's a rest button. I think the default key is X, and if you do that, you'll just sit down and you'll regen faster, but obviously you're not moving or attacking then. You can see right now I'm just messing with the options a little bit. In-game sounds actually were quite loud. Let's turn them up just a touch. Alright, got a guard to talk to. That's the icon to say, well, you're working on a quest for me. So no exclamation points and question marks here. We got scrolls and squares. Looks like we have two quests we can work on. And you can see I have a little newbie starting guide over there towards the bottom right, the big screen. It's actually not my quest indicator, it's just giving me hints. There we go. There's also no animation or audio cue for when you grab or complete a quest, so when you talk to them, you'll just get your reward. The controls in this game are a little different than you'd expect. You see my bar over there? You figure a lot of games you hit, you know, one is my lightning bolt, I hit one, I'll cast it. Actually, in this game, what you do is you queue up a spell. So I'll hit one, and it'll start saying that's what I want to cast. And then I'll right-click on the enemy, and it'll cast whatever that spell is. So the top bar right there, the top button, that's the ability I'm actively using right now. Also, I can hit 4 and sprint. Ooh, kind of cool. And that uses mana, so they kind of condense the mana and stamina bar into one. A lot of games will split it, so characters will have stamina for sprinting or using melee abilities, and then mana for using magic abilities. This game seems to condense it, where you have health, and then you have your resources, which are, like in this case, mana for casting spells, sprinting, probably using melee abilities if I was a melee character, but no. So we're going to find a monster. First one, I'm going to just go ahead and smack him with my staff, just to compare melee damage versus something I'm actually specialized in. You see I actually tried to cast, and then, well, it didn't work because I wasn't doing it right. So if you just double click, you're going to come over here and just auto attack. Like that. So I'm hitting for 7, 10, 12-ish. I think a 12 was a crit. Oh, 3. You can see this actually is a pretty tough fight right now. I'm going to kill him, but I'm going to be down about a quarter of my health from just one fight. From the first fight in MMORPG. Usually those are the easiest. And then also, you can hit 2 and then right-click them to execute them. It'll give you some health back. But again, at this point I hadn't figured out the whole how skills work thing. Oh well, he fell down. And loot him, get some money. If you level up, you get skill points. You can specialize further. So let's fast forward just a touch and go to the point where we actually learn how to use skills properly. Alright, here we go. I figured out how to use Lightning Bolt, and I'm doing better. Well, the problem is the fact that I decided to start on an orange con monster, which probably means it's a good couple levels above me. I might get him, it's close. Oh, one more hit. Well, Death is a little annoying, but not that bad. You just kind of start back where you're at. I'm assuming I lost some XP, too. So we're just going to go find something easier. That guy was obviously a little too tough for me right now. This game does have a little bit of a quest log. You can actually hit the little checkpoints on the right of that log, and it'll bring up a quest tracker. The tracker doesn't actually do like the Warcraft one, where it'll show where you should go, or it'll run you towards it like in other MMOs. But it does track when you've completed the objectives. There we go. Looks like I'm done with one of them. Go talk to this guy. And then the next one is I have to go find a specific demon and take his head back to the guard. In fact, I believe the one I just died to might have been. I'm looking for a spearman. And it looks like quest items are tradable, too. There's a guy in town that was selling, he said, quest items, including monster heads. So, that probably would be one way to go about it if you're in a bit of a rush. So, let's just fast forward to the point where I actually find the guy. Alright, here we go. I got my lightning bolt waiting for him. Gotta get in range. Actually, shorter range than I thought it would be. You can see I have put some points into int, so my damage has gone up drastically. And we got some gold, or whatever it's called, and there we go, I executed him, so I get my health back. I'm also regenerating a little bit of health. And there's this head, so I can turn back to town and finish my quest, get some XP. Just like most games, there's going to be some grinding involved. We're never going to see the end game content in the first 5 minutes for an MMO, unfortunately. Some days I wish I could. Like the game, check it out. It's available for free. It's called KalOnline. Like the content, stay tuned for reveals for MMO play. I'm gonna go turn in this head.